Hey guys, it's ACairconditioner and welcome back for a bit of a different video. So, at the end of the last event video for 2.0, I said that I'm going to be specifically focusing on the main event and more story-based stuff, and not work on the minor event videos anymore. Well, this is what this video is. It's going to be the main event of 2.1. Because as of today, Moonlight Merriment is officially out. Now, Moonlight Merriment is the main event of the 2.1, and this has been hyped for some time. A lot of leaks about it, and especially with the worth that you get. And we're basically going to be I'm basically going to be showcasing this to you guys. Mainly the story part of it. Like, I'm not sure exactly how I'm gonna handle this one because it looks like Windbloom, and Windbloom was crazy long, so let's see how this is gonna go. I'm just gonna wing it, I'm just gonna wing it. Hopefully things doesn't go too bad, and it's gonna be, and I'm gonna be able to show it in a series that works well. That's not too long or too many episodes, but makes sense, if you know what I mean. So let's head back to Liyue.
Guess who's here?
And we're actually back to Liyue since it's been like ages now since we actually came back here for an event. It's good to see that Liyue is getting store relevance again, and something as big as the Moonchase Festival. Now, I believe the Moonchase Festival is the Liyue version of Windbloom Festival, which, in my opinion, was one of the best events I've seen of all time. Period. So let's see if this can keep up with the expectations that I got from Windbloom, because Windbloom was excellent. So let's just see, let's just see. Sorry to bother you.
Oh, no way! It's the Traveler and Paimon!
Ah, Traveler, welcome. Good to see you. What can I get for you?
We want some blackback perch stew!
All right, blackback perch stew it is. Make yourselves at home. It'll be right out for you in just a moment.
Thanks, Chef Mal! I was just thinking about you guys, and now you're here! It feels like you heard my call and came running. You mean you were about to come looking for us? Uh-huh. There's something I want to discuss with you guys. Did you happen to see how the city looked on the way over here? Everyone's getting ready for the Moonchase Festival.
Oh, the music changed. Oh wow. Oh, so that's what's called
Moonchase Festival? Is that another one of Liyue's ancient traditions? That's right! Moonchase is a big festival where we celebrate the arrival of the fall by moonlight. The old folks say that thousands of years ago, this was the time of the year when the Adepti would seek the way. But it's completely different nowadays. We eat our favorite foods, spend time with friends and relatives, enjoy the moon and the flowers. So much easier. Basically, we just do all the things that people like doing and don't take a whole lot of effort. Sounds like Paimon's kind of festival. With your great taste in food, Moonchase Festival is sure to be to your liking.
Let's agree to disagree.
Hey! If you got a problem with Paimon's taste, just spit it out! So are you guys free these days? I'm taking part in this year's Masterful Chefs. If possible, I'd like you to be my culinary consultants.
That's right. Getting some suggestions from friends will broaden your horizons.
Masterful Chefs, huh? So is that like a competition? Right, yeah! I guess you probably haven't heard about it before. Every year, Moonchase Festival has a different theme, usually picked by the Qingce. This year's theme is Feast of the Bounteous Land, so the Qingce decided to organize a cooking competition. Feast of the Bounteous Land. Pretty much sums up what Liyue is all about. Great theme. I totally agree. I heard it was Ningguang that came up with it. She's so amazing and so full of mystery.
So what do you need us to do?
Well, I want to take part in the competition, but coming up with new dishes is hard work. By the time you finally thought of something, cooked it, taste tested it, it can be hard to judge whether you're really into something or not. And so, I was thinking, I could get the two of you to help by gathering everyone's thoughts on what makes a great dish. I really want to think outside the box this time. And to do that, I'm gonna need lots of different ideas from lots of different people. This'll be a piece of cake! We've got friends from all over the map, haven't we?
First off, why is this so smug? My god, does Traveler have to be so smug all the time? Like, seriously? I'm not gonna pick the smug option. I'm just gonna say we certainly don't lack contacts. I mean, they're both so smug. I don't know why. They just both are.
You sound pretty confident. Well, you know, not to brag or anything.
You are bragging.
But first things first, let's have a delicious one-man meal. After that, we can go around to all of our friends in Liyue and get their ideas one by one. Okay, great. Also, Guoba should be back soon, so we can all go together.
Here's your black-back perch stew, folks.
It smells so good.
Thank you, Chef Mel.
It's my pleasure.
That was so delicious. Theory confirmed, this is definitely chili pepper weather.
Xiangling can be a bit of a handful, so please look out for her while you're out and about.
Come on, Dad. Why would you say that?
Because I know you all too well, my dear. That's why. You mustn't be quite so reckless when you're out in the wild, you understand? You do well to be a little more cautious, like our traveler friend.
Don't worry. We're all friends here. Let's all look out for each other. Ah, and Guoma's back. Roly-poling around as usual. All right, let's pack up and head out.
What do you mean Guoba's back? I think you've been keeping Guoba with you the entire time. Okay. Oh god, that's such... That one line you see in the background is such a meme. So this is a story quest, and I believe, like, I've heard that this story is hella long. So... yeah. We're gonna be here for a long haul. Okay, that is spoilers galore. Never mind. Right now we just have to be doing a quest. I believe there's just 2 main story quests and 3 main activities. I don't know how Moonchase works. I don't know how you can organize this series. But I believe to start Moonchase, you need to complete New Star Approaches, which is the Chapter 1 Act 3 Archon quest. I don't think you have to do the Chapter 1 Act 4 one. I don't know if you have to do We'll Be Reunited or not. I don't think you do. It make no sense. Okay.
So,
Okay.
it's outside the box thinking that we're looking for, right? Hu Tao always seems to
Oh,
have a
it's
unique
gonna
perspective.
be with...
So let's make this our first stop.
Oh, you're gonna meet with Hu Tao after a while too?
What? My ears are burning. Did somebody say my name? Yeah, it's Paimon and the Traveler. Oh, and Xiangling too.
No hard feelings, Xiangling.
Oh, of course, Hu Tao. Way outside the box.
Meaning you're here for some other reason, right? How might I be of assistance?
Well, Hu Tao, I wanted to ask you, what kind of food do you like?
That's the last thing I wanna ask her.
What food I like? Off the top of my head, I don't really have an answer.
Wow, so even Hu Tao gets lost for words sometimes. Paimon sure didn't see that coming.
Come on, even the chirpiest birds clock out for the night, right? I'm no different.
Pretty sure clocking out isn't something birds do, but okay.
Paimon, this is Hu Tao we're speaking to. What did you expect from her? It's okay with that. Just keep it simple.
Right! There's no need to overcomplicate it. Just pick a dish and tell me what you like about it. I'm doing some market research.
I see. Launching a new dish? Well, let me say right off the bat, nothing weird, okay? Some poached fish, a side of shrimp dumplings. That is all you need.
Poached fish and shrimp dumplings. That's a bit ordinary, isn't it?
Well, it is and it isn't. Think about it. Poached fish is hot and spicy with a powerful aroma. It's a dynamic dish. Add a side of shrimp dumplings, and there's your static component. Got it?
Dynamic? Oh, I can do dynamic. Mushroom science do
Xiangling,
it.
Xiangling, no.
No, not that kind of dynamic. A dish is more than substance, it's a mood. Poached fish is red and spicy. It elicits a response from the eyes, ears, nose, and mouth. That's why I call it dynamic. Shrimp dumplings are more subdued, clear and smooth with a pure and subtle fragrance. I call that static. Combining dynamic and static is how you create a perfectly balanced meal. A union between
Jesus,
opposite
Hu Tao.
but complementary features coexisting in perfect harmony.
Paimon didn't follow that at all. But at the same time, it kind of sounded smart, so... Okay. Dynamic and static. Opposite, but complementary. So is this just another way of saying you should keep everything balanced? You know, a little meat, a little veggie, a little salt, a little sugar?
Bingo! Except I don't think you need to have a sweet dish for it to be a complete meal. Personally, I always skip dessert.
Okay, I think I got it. At first I thought you were just goofing around.
balance.
But actually, you make a really good point. How did I ever doubt you, Hu Tao? Thanks. When it comes to telling tales, the storytellers have got nothing on Hu Tao.
Sounds suspiciously like a compliment to me. I'll take it.
You're clearly a keen philosopher.
Uh-huh. Well, at least one of you gets it. Everything in this world runs on its own set of principles, be it the circle of life or sugar and spice. You either get it or you don't.
Since the traveler seems to approve, I'll make sure to factor it in. Paimon thinks we're pretty much done here now. Let's head to Boo Boo Pharmacy next.
Boo Boo Pharmacy? Yeah, you'll definitely get some interesting responses over there.
Hu Tao, are you saying that because Qiqi's near Qiqi's a zombie and you were like... No, never mind. Anyway, back on what I was gonna say, yeah, you need to complete new star approaches. I don't think you have to complete We'll Be Reunited. Cause that makes no sense. That's like a separate part of Liyue, of the chapter 1. It's not Liyue related. I didn't know that. I'm guessing maybe you have to complete character store quest if you even start them. Like the one thing character store quest I know you have to complete is Xiangling's, because Xiangling is very like related to this thing, and her store quest starts automatically. She's one of those characters. Hu Tao is an optional thing because you can just start her store quest or not. It's a thing you can do. So all I know is that you have to. All I remember that you have to complete new star approaches and Xiangling's character store quest. And that's it. I have done that already on my own time, like a long time ago, since she was actually one of the first character store quests I've done, alongside Amber's, Lisa's, Kaya's, Jean's, Venti's, Mona's, like a bunch of like early characters I've gone done with. But yeah, enough rambling. Oh, Baizhu's there too. Baizhu Danger Arc got confirmed? Okay, I'm joking. Let's talk to Qiqi. It's been a while actually.
Oh, it's you. Is everything okay? Why, if it isn't the special guests who seldom visit. Less busy than
What is a
usual,
global?
I see. Yikes! What happened to Baizhu's voice?
That's the snake, you idiot.
Excuse me? The neck. Oh, it's just Changsheng.
Gobo, what are you doing? Sorry, I'm not used to Gobo walking out separately. That looks so cursed. It's been a while.
Welcome. Here to procure an herbal remedy, I presume?
Oh no, we actually came for the conversation this time. We're here to talk food. I'm entering this year's cooking competition, so I wanted to ask you both. Oh, wait, there's 3 of you. I wanted to ask the 3 of you what kind of food you like. Most astutely self-corrected.
My god.
We shall surely supply our assistance.
You need to know what food I like? It's all the same. No flavor.
Qiqi has some gustatory dysfunction and can't taste any food. Make no mistake, she's not being uncooperative.
She's a zombie. What do you expect from her?
I understand. That's fine. Still, I'd expect Qiqi to have some sort of dietary preferences, though.
Calling right
there
now.
must be some dishes that you like the
Coconut
sensation
milk.
of.
Sensation?
Calling right now is coconut milk.
Yes.
I refuse to believe
This
otherwise.
one. Coconut
Told you.
milk. Nice and cold.
Well, that doesn't help us. It's not a dish, it's a drink. How about you two? Any thoughts? I like bite-sized morsels of meat.
I agree with Changsheng. Many of our patients are the elderly and young children. They find large chunks of fowl or seafood difficult to swallow and digest. Dishes where the ingredients have been finely chopped, on the other hand, are far more suitable
Oh, so
for them.
bite-sized.
We also see plenty of people with colds and sore throats who find it difficult to eat rich food. From a purely pharmaceutical perspective, I tend to recommend soups and stews.
Got it. Would that be medicinal soups and stews?
Medicinal soup. I don't like it.
I must
Poor Qiqi.
apologize for having such a one-track mind. It's a little difficult to think about food
What are you
without
doing there,
worrying
Grover?
about the health implications these days. We've had quite the endless stream of patients recently. If you ask me, I think the changing weather is to blame.
That's okay. Everyone's input counts. Keeping it seasonal and suitable for all ages sounds like a pretty good idea to Paimon.
Important considerations for any chef.
Medicinal dishes have higher demands in terms of nutritional balance than the kind of food I normally cook. I don't usually focus on medicinal properties, but since this is for a competition, maybe I can score more points by taking both flavor and function into account.
Food with substance. Always better. Everyone will like it.
It's a great suggestion. Thanks, everyone.
You're welcome. As long as we could help.
My
It's
god.
great to have a doctor's unique perspective. I'm feeling
What are you doing,
inspired.
Guoba?
Oh, how you flatter me.
Receptivity to sensible suggestions make for a savvy chef. Oh, she is! Creating new dishes is Xiangling's favorite thing to do. You can be sure she'll put lots of care and attention into it. Everyone's got their hobbies, and mine is cooking. Usually I just go with my own ideas, but having a whole new perspective this time is sure to make a big difference to the end result. Great! That makes this whole trip worth it! Alright, time to move on to the next. So we've got an independent thinker's perspective and a health perspective.
Picky eaters?
Next,
Who would that
Paimon
be?
thinks we should probably talk to some picky eaters.
The Goba's gone. Where's the Goba? But yeah, it's nice. It's nice to see Qiqi and Baizhu after a while. I believe the last time we saw Qiqi and Baizhu was actually in the Archon quest for Chapter 1. Act 2, I believe. It was when we met Changli for the first time. It was when that happened. Wow, this place is set up. Oh my god. Also, there's Mana Ping. But it was when we met Xiangling for the first time. And okay. Okay. Right now. Paimon, I hope you realize that they're possibly the competitors, mainly Keqing. But going back to Qiqi and Baizhu, we last met them with Zhongli because we need to find some sort of incense, I think. And we had to find a Kokugo, which is where the Kokugo meme started. Mainly with Ganyu and Qiqi, but that's it. Let's move on.
Oh, it's the traveler in Paimon. And Xiangling.
Greetings, friends. It's been a
Keqing,
while.
Ningguang, and Beidou is
Hey,
here.
what brings you here?
Beidou, I thought you were supposed to be in Inazuma. Oh, well, maybe because we fixed everything in Inazuma that you came back here, but you left Kazuha there, which makes sense. Huh? Everyone's gathered together here.
Has something happened? What's with this great big stone on the ground?
Long story. So, just to confirm, I will assume responsibility for handling this stone of unknown origin. Any objections?
None here. You know how to get things done, Keqing. As long as it's with you, I can rest easy knowing that it's in safe hands.
Should I take this to mean that you doubt the relative safety of leaving this in the hands of the Tianquan?
Huh? Well, for starters, Keqing is the one who's always out running errands, rain or shine. Besides, you don't seem to give a wooden more about this whole thing anyway, so what's it to you?
I was merely joking. You, meanwhile, seem only too ready to pounce when an opportunity to publicly lambaste me arises. Even when it means giving our poor mutual friend here the cold shoulder.
Is this a bad time?
By no means. You wish to know about the stone, I presume. Then let me invite the great seafarer Captain Beidou to tell the story, if she would be so kind.
You... Fine. Well, it's a big one, right? And such a smooth surface, too. Makes you think there's gotta be a good chunk of jade in there.
It was found by a fishing crew, not far off the coast. It must have been underwater for years, so the erosion will be what's given it that smooth finish.
Finds like this cannot be kept as private property, and must be submitted to a holder of public office. Placing it into our custody will also give them peace of mind.
So, what's inside it?
Well, we've hit it with just about every weapon we could get our hands on and haven't managed to even dent it yet. Clearly there's
Even the
more to
claymore?
it than meets the eye.
No weapon could smash it open. Wow. Paimon doesn't think we've ever encountered a stone like that before.
Keqing has taken an unusually keen interest in this giant stone, which is why we are leaving the matter in her capable hands.
Let's put that aside for a second. Traveler,
Cool, was just
what
walking
brings you
around
here?
again.
Were you looking for someone?
Actually, we were looking for all of you. We need all hands on deck here.
Oh? Hopefully not because there's been some sort of cataclysmic event.
No, thank God there's no
nothing
asylum
like
situation.
that. Paimon's just getting carried away. I just wanted to ask everyone about their food preferences.
Food preferences? That's a little unexpected.
It's
I
Moonchase.
have rather simple tastes. Precise, pure, smart, and sophisticated. That is all I require.
That's your idea of simple, huh?
I summed up my culinary requirements in 4 words. Is that insufficiently simple for you?
What's the problem with
A
you
few
two?
weeks out on the open ocean would fix your flawed definition of simplicity, let me tell you that.
What about you, Beidou?
Me? If it's freshly cooked and piping hot, that floats my boat. If it's got a little chili pepper in there too, I'm one very happy captain.
Paimon thought you would have said bar food.
Oh, bar food works too.
As for me, it's got to be seafood.
Okay, got it. So, seafood, piping hot, and, simple but sophisticated.
Not a lot of overlap.
And that's where I would disagree. Traveler, surely you've heard of golden shrimp balls.
Oh my, they're my favorite.
You need to wash
Catch 'em?
and devein the shrimp, wrap it in finely sliced potato strips, then deep fry it to perfection. There's no room for cutting corners.
Is that like a...
They're very precisely put together. They taste pure, the presentation is smart, and the skill needed to cook them is highly sophisticated. It fits Ningguang's forward summary to the letter. Huh. So what you're saying is, for all the frills and trills, good food is all the same at the core?
I heartily agree. Golden shrimp balls are a prime example. Their essence
Keqing.
lies in combining art and nutrition in
My
a single
God.
package. It is a dish of true value.
Okay, got it. So Keqing loves golden shrimp balls.
I didn't say that. Did I?
Say it to yourself.
No, at least not outright.
Alrighty. Thanks for all your input. I'll be sure to take it all into consideration.
Traveler, Paimon, do you have anything planned after this?
Why did the music stop? Oh, cause the freaking whatever. Cause the freaking day cycle is changing. No immediate plans.
Good. I'd like you to help me investigate something. It's about this stone.
You picked the right people for the job. We investigate
Guoba,
stuff all the time.
what are you doing?
My thoughts exactly. The Qixing has a public duty to deliver our final verdict to the fishermen, but there are also some things I would like to investigate on a personal level. I'm sure you've become acquainted with the general background of the Moonchase Festival. However, I have my own understanding of this festival's roots. My grandfather was a researcher of Liyue's traditions. In his notes, he indicated that there was a deity called the Stove God in ancient Liyue, which people paid tribute to
He's
at
right
a certain
there.
time of the year. Very few written records make mention of the Stove God, and those that do are notoriously confusing. Some scholars believe that the Stove God was just another title held by the Lord of Geo, but others suggest that this was a different deity altogether. One folktale even claims that the ancients found the Stove God's shrine, but there was no statue. Only a huge, smooth slab of stone. Shortly after it was found, the stone was lost in transit, and it hasn't been seen since. This stone here has all the same features, so I suspect it could be the one that went missing all those years ago. After many years of researching ancient texts, my grandfather came to believe that the practice of paying seasonal tribute to the Stove God may be best described as a festival. He called it the Stove God Festival. That would make it the forerunner to the Moonchase Festival we know today. But this is all just theory and conjecture. To prove any of it, we'd need to start by identifying who the Stove God really was. Now that Rex Lapis has passed on, and Liyue has entered the age of humankind, his successors should continue to respect our nation's culture and traditions, just as he did. That's why I think the responsibility for this situation should fall to me. It's a chance to shed light on our history, revitalize an ancient tradition, and possibly prove my grandfather's hypothesis along the way. With any luck, we'll nail all three in one fell swoop. It was just a couple of days ago that we received this stone. Right after we decided to use food as the central theme for this year's festival. It makes me wonder. Maybe a divine will is at work behind all of this.
3 birds with 1 stone, huh? That's pretty efficient, even for Keqing.
I'd love to help, but I made a move a commission for Xiangling.
Hey, don't worry about that. This sounds super important, so don't mind me. Besides, we're only... Wait a second. I got it!
What? Why are you shouting?
Keqing, can I tag along for your investigation?
But...
Since it's all about the Stove God, I might get to learn something useful about cooking along the way. It'll be great inspiration for me in the competition. Please, let me come along. I promise I'll help.
if it means that much to you... Okay, I suppose you can come.
Really? Yay! Thank you so much! You're the best!
Now that that's settled, time to get going. Qingce Village is said to be home to a lot of historical texts, so I'd like to start by making some inquiries there.
Alright, then it's off to Qingce we go!
What on earth is Guoba doing? By the way, this is the closest you're gonna get to a Keqing store quest, so you better enjoy it. Okay, but enough of the memes. Keqing's actually getting store relevant, so Keqing, Ningguang, and Beidou. If you're curious on when we first met these characters, Ningguang was outright introduced shown to us immediately in the Archon quest. Well, I can actually help right here so I can talk to you guys for a bit. But Ningguang was outright shown to us in the Archon quest, like immediately. And she wasn't a friendly character by any means. Like, she was kind of against us. We had to be on the run from her. But then after all sorted out, she actually made a sacrifice, and by that she pretty much used the Jade Chamber and destroyed it, so that it still can be used as a seal for the level 4 style. Keqing, I believe, we also met like sometime around Act 2, probably. I know it was something related to the Guishang Ballista, yes. And she was against Adepti and divine creatures, which kind of makes her against like characters like Ganyu, Xiao, Moonchase, Moon Carver, Cloud Retainer, Mountain Shaper, those guys, and Manaping. And she actually fought alongside us during the battle against the Vitui and the Sile, so there's that. Beidou, we first met her in Chapter 2 Prologue. There's no need to go any more deep in. There's no need to go deep into that. You know when we first met Beidou. Let's move on with this story.
Hi, Granny. We need your help with something. Are there any old books around Qingce Village? You know, from a really long time ago?
Oh, looking for ancient texts, are we? Let me think. There is an old warehouse over there, property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Many books are stored inside, those that they have no room for at home. In fact, their youngest comes over this way to read sometimes.
The Feiyun Commerce Guild's youngest? You must be talking about Xingqiu.
Paimon didn't know they had a warehouse here. Let's go take a look.
I thought we investigated that place. I think. Also, it's nice being Liyue characters now, because I remember in Mondstadt Moonbloom Festival we seen a bunch of Mondstadt characters, and Liyue also has a pretty good lineup of characters. So it's nice to see them actually get some story relevance, like Qiqi, Baizhu, Hu Tao. We never seen Hu Tao in the main story after all. And there's someone in trouble. So let's just go on and help them.
I'm being robbed!
It came from that direction. Come on!
Speaking of Hu Tao.
Take this!
Crush!
Should
Many mortals feel like...
There we go, we took them out easily.
I've come here to clean the book warehouse plenty of times before, but this is the first time I've run into these crooks.
Are you alright?
I am. Thanks to
Also,
all of you.
I don't think we're gonna be seeing Xingqiu.
Wait a minute. You're the traveler,
I had
aren't
hope.
you? And you're with... Lady Keqing. An honor. Truly an honor.
We'll try not to take up too much of your time. I understand that this book warehouse is the property of the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Could you advise whether we might find any text relating to the stove god in this collection?
The stove god? I heard that's the Lord of Geo, right?
Huh? Really?
Yeah. A friend of mine who conducts research mentioned it once before. We use stoves for cooking, and stoves are built from rock. Some people think that the stove is a gift from the Lord of Geo. And that's why they call him the stove god.
That makes no sense.
Seems logical enough. But do you have any books on the topic?
I'm sorry. I'd have to ask the young master about that.
Oh, any questions? Please, ask away.
It's Xingqiu.
Hey, it's Chongyun.
Oh, and Chongyun.
Xingqiu.
Hello, one and all.
What? The young Dervisher Chongyun is born to a clan of exorcists. He travels the land working to exorcise demons. He's an honest and serious lad by nature. It's both hardworking and persevering, never shaken from any sort of hardship. However, he has one problem that no amount of work can solve, and that is the pure yang spirit he was born with. The pure yang spirit is capable of repelling demons to the point where Chongyun has never had to lift a finger to stop them. As a result, he's almost never seen a demon in his life. This helps Chongyun greatly, of course, because, seriously, what exorcist has never counted a demon to exorcise before? That's weird. I mean, like, we never met Chongyun in the story either. The only time we actually seen Chongyun, when it comes to story stuff, is actually Chongyun character hangout. So, I guess this would be the first time we meet Chongyun in the main game story, I guess.
Hey guys, what are you doing here?
I was bored with nothing to do, and thought I'd come out this way for a bit of reading. And then I thought, why not bring Chongyun along too?
Yes. I'm
Bobo.
just along for the ride, really.
What are you
I
doing?
see the Yuheng Keqing is with you. Whatever brings you here must surely be a matter of grave importance.
Master Xingqiu, if I may be so bold, do you happen to know if there are any texts on the subject of the stove god among this collection?
Since I personally selected which volumes to store here, I do have some recollection of their contents. If my memory betrays me not, there is one volume among them called Demystifying the Legends of Liyue, which mentions the stove god.
Might I take a look?
Certainly. If it pleases my lady, I shall lead the way. Sheng, I will take care of things here. You're free to go about your own business.
Okay.
They're back! So did you find it? Yes, Master Xingqiu has quite an exceptional memory. Demystifying the Legends of Liyue does indeed mention the stove god. However, it says the following. The body of the dragon wielded a tail that could eclipse the sun, and claws to command fire and teach the ways of wisdom.
What?
Receiving the gift bequeathed unto them, humankind cooked food with fire, and thus did they prosper. The body of a dragon? The stories about Rex Lapis
That's
say
basically
the same
Rex
thing.
Lapis.
That much is true. But this is the only passage in the whole book. If we want to find out more, we'll have to continue our investigation. There's nothing further to discover here. It seems we'll have to look at other options.
I come from a long lineage of exorcists, and our family too has amassed a number of ancient texts. Now that you mention the stove god, I seem to recall reading somewhere that this god once appeared at the Guili Assembly. Of course, I can't say if it's true or not.
Books are penned by people. All they can do is show what the author was thinking. Everyone's mind is different, so every book on a given topic will give a different account. I apologize that we could not help in a more substantial capacity.
Your help thus far is quite ample. Liyue is a vast and rich land. All things that existed here in the past have left their trace.
Jumping around.
So long as we do not...